Yeah, you can.
Like we are giving that parent class, right? Like x1 of x equal to new of y1. That means we are creating the object for child class y1. Also, we are assigning it to the parent class. That's the meaning, right? Like the type reference section.
Yeah. So basically to inherit the properties from your parent class, and if you want to override the properties of your child class later point of time, in that case you give type reference. So type reference is basically like this mostly helps you when you're passing is as a arguments, like whenever you're creating a new object, right? So right now it's very direct assigning, but in future, whenever you're having a class like say example, like based on the shape you have to print the color. In that case, you're passing circle object, new circle. Then what happens? My parameter should accept only circle object?
Yes.
No. So let me share the screen. So I'm having this fill color. This is one method. And if I'm giving circle as my object, okay? So whenever you're invoking it through some reference, so fill color and you'll pass new circle with some reference value or like new circle. This would be the case. But I have only one common method which has to be used for all shapes. Then what will I do? I'll just use the fill color method with shape as my parent class. So whoever is invoking it, like if you're invoking it, you can give me new circle.
New
I'll
circle.
have a condition
If
within
somebody,
this. If my shape, yes, is an instance of circle, then return red color. Okay. If my now if someone is giving the color shape as new square shape. So when I get again an instance of circle, instead of circle, if I get square, I'm able to print it with blue. So what happened here is I was not directly dependent on your object which you pass, but I was just referencing to the type parent class, type reference. So I'm accepting the parent reference, and from there I'm checking out which type of child class is this, and based on that I'm returning my object. So in such cases, the type reference helps us. So what happens internally? My parent reference, right? The parent is actually accepting child object, but based on that, I'm returning some value. Same way, if you're using a type reference like shape s equal to new circle, I don't need to give the objects of circle. I'm actually telling like the circle objects are also considered, but I'm actually pointing it to my parent. So whatever properties or behavior as I have part of my parent class will be considered first. Post that, if I need to override them, if I have given an overridden logic in my this particular circle class, then I can use that. Say in the same way, if I'm using X as an instance of circle, then what I can do is whatever object I received as part of my circle S, I can convert to my respective object circle. So whenever I get circle object, I'm going to get this S object, and then I'm convert to my respective class. So I'm not dependent on the object type. I can do this casting whenever I'm in need of. So I'm directly depending on my parent reference. If you're giving circle object, I'll typecast it and give the circle fill color method. I don't give the fill color method from my shape class. If I'm giving a square object, then here I can just convert that particular square object into my square class. So instead of making it more tightly coupled, like you have to pass only circle object, you have to pass only square object to this method, I'm giving a freedom. You can pass any subclass object of this parent class. I can inherently or implicitly make a logic for that based on the type of object you are passing through me. That is why the type reference helps us.
okay, Sneha, understood.
So basically,
Yeah, got
whoever
it.
is invoking that, they can give me any object. Unless that is having a relationship with my parent, I can do the casting and then I can provide the respective output as I wanted. I can handle that in my business logic. I can orchestrate that logic. But in case of if you make it direct, instead of making shape, I have to have circle, then I have to create 5 methods or 6 methods for each object type, for each square object type, each rectangle type, and each circle type. I have to use the same method. I have to overload this method with different object types. Instead of that, to avoid that overtype, I'm just using the same method with a parent reference, where internally I can use this instance of to identify which subclass is this, and I can use the respective objects. Clear?
Oh, yes, Neha.
Okay. Yeah, you will get to practice this more once we trying the use cases on inheritance and polymorphism together. But till that, it might be a little confusing. But just understand right now that anything which has higher priority, higher value, or higher precedence can be directly mapped with your child reference. If your higher precedence is not available, then to make it mapped, you have to use casting, type casting. So are we good here? Can we proceed with the earlier one?
Yeah, yes, sure, Sneha.
Where were we? Yeah. So where did we stop in that previous flow? Can someone say? I confused myself.
That Z1 instance of Y1.
Yeah.
You are
So what happened here? The new Z1 is an instance of Y1 and the new Z1 is an instance of X1. So basically in your hierarchy, the Z1, the least child class, is acceptable to have a parent as Y1 as parent as X1. But explicitly in opposite direction, that is not possible. That is what we're getting here, error. So let's see that. So here I'm passing new X1, which is my instance of X1 that is condition true. But when I'm trying to convert that, am I able to pass it? Okay. So now let's see. I'm assigning my child class to my first level parent class. And the same way, let me assign this to intermediate parent class also. So what happened in the reverse order? The Z object can be assigned to Y and the Z object can be assigned to my child because it is direct mapping. There is no casting required. So when I call the respective okay, so let me run this now. So this is a direct mapping. I haven't done any casting so far. So it's a direct mapping. So what happened? You're assigning a new object of your child class to both X2 and Y2, but still it is actually printing the value of class Z1 because you're directly making an object to your new Z1 and there is no relationship anywhere that your type reference X1 has to be printed. Because you're internally overriding the methods and that is the reason you got Z1 printed. Now, let me do this one. So what happened here? The parent class X1 is having an intermediate layer Y1 and post that you have your layer as Z1. In this case, you can't typecast directly to your Z1 object. Same way, if I type with Y1, the intermediate class of Y1, I still get the class cast exception. So anything which is happening in the positive direction, like from the lower to the higher, which is a direct casting, you don't need to do any casting explicitly, implicit casting. This is called implicit casting. In that case, system will accept because they have a direct relationship, hierarchical relationship. But when it comes to in the opposite direction, the x1 and y1 have a relationship, and even if you do a typecasting, that works. But the y1 and the z1 or the x1 and the z1 are internally not acceptable. So let me say now here y1 let's do this first. Am I able to cast it again to my z1 object? I'm casting my y1 with respect to z1 and I'm assigning again to y1. So basically, I'm creating a relationship only between these two, right? So where anywhere the relationship is not happening. So the thing you need to understand in this is like in hierarchical inheritance, you can do a type reference from assigning a superclass with any of the child class, but the least most class, unless you have an intermediate, you can't come up with the least class and do a typecasting to the top one. That would be an issue. You can even try by using some kind of inputs, just creating by yourself and see whether you're able to cast it in the hierarchical inheritance and why this is not happening. You can also come up with your own use case. We'll discuss this scenario more detail and how we can overcome this class cast exception in a better approach by tomorrow.
Sneha, in case if we have y1, y2, z1, in that case also we cannot typecast y2 with y1, right? Actually, y2 with y1 or y2 with x1. That is also not possible, right? Only the immediate subclass can be used for.
Yeah, immediate subclass
typecast.
relation can be done, but not the other one. Like when you're
Other
trying to
one.
do from x1 to z1 or z1 to x1, that will again give you class cast exception because internally the object's memory and the object's mapping, right, will not be easily referenced. You have to do explicitly say this is the relation I'm creating it for them, and that can be achieved through something called abstract classes that we learn in this week. So right now you can experiment this particular use case by giving all the possibilities. Maybe tomorrow can someone have some hierarchical instances for 4 levels and try all the possibilities of assigning your objects and see where you're actually able to get this class cast exception and come up with your questions. We'll start with this query from tomorrow. So till now, like basically on the super keyword or the type reference, you have any questions? If not, we should be good enough to think of that.
Yeah, now it's somewhat better.
Others, Kirba, Divya, I think others didn't join. Okay. Okay, fine. Yeah. In that case, we'll start with this session tomorrow. You both can actually create any hierarchical instance relationship, either grandparent, parent, and child, or any kind of thing, and come up with the object creations and see what is happening or why it is happening or not with the instance of keyword, and see where you're actually getting this class cast exception. And we'll proceed tomorrow on this.
Okay, Sneha.
Okay. And I'll update the drive with the quiz questions. So, and the rest of the questions we can discuss tomorrow. From the 7th part, we'll discuss the rest of the questions tomorrow. And we'll also learn the new concepts. So if you have no questions, we can complete it for the day.
Thank you, Sneha.
Yeah, thank you.